So if I showed up at your campus and I said that I needed some assistance, maybe some legal assistance, would I be the kind of person you would maybe think is eligible to join your crime fighting task force? Huh? You already got contacts and they've been positioned in various places, and some of them have been giving you some information, and others of them seem to be a bit sketchy. But you put together a special task force and you've deployed people to places you already know are hot spots of a particular kind of crime, and you already have a track record because you were already investigating. You may even have been a part of some congressional process or the equivalent of the administrative body, right? And then you had people and then they came, and you may even have pulled out maps and you would have shown them crime scenes or at least zones where crime had happened, and then you're talking to them real time and you're giving them the specs, you're letting them see, hey, this is what we're talking about when this stuff gets lined up here. It's not quite like you were in a stakeout, but you're kind of on site when crime is going on, and they may or may not have a definitive ID on you specifically, and that may or may not impact their specific actions while they're engaged in that crime. But you're there, and you've showed a pretty significant aptitude, and you're in a unique context of people. And the truth of the matter is, you're very uniquely suited, not just because there's not other people that are capable of doing what you could do, at least in that particular manner, but because you show the gumption. And it may be something that could be kind of compatible with your long-term mission. Would you sign me up? Would you accept my silver offer? If I came to your office, on site, in person, cognizant of what the implications were, would you? Would you take my silver? Let me ask you a question. Would you tell me you weren't interested in working with me and you couldn't help me, and then have me go around the corner and then have somebody knock me over the head, or maybe not the head, and then they would take it and bring it back to you? Now, those are substantially different circumstances. And it's one of those reasons why I'm happy for you, Latvia. Congratulations for joining CERN. But we got a problem, which is that CERN also is the progenitor of proton mail. And CERN is in network with Fermilab. Hey, you guys know what Fermilab is? The Large Hadron Collider? Yeah, that whole thing about the buffalo, or rather the bison. I get them confused. The buffalo, the bison. Let me tell you something. A buffalo's not a fucking cow, right? It's kind of different. But the point of the matter is, you sign up in good faith. They tell you this thing is encrypted, it's unhackable. As soon as you sign up, you see the transaction. You're like, damn, that's what that was about? And then they steal it. They steal it. They cut it off, and there's no record. It's presumably encrypted. Unhackable. And you sign up, they confirm just enough to get you to put your information, and then they just completely disappear it. There's no record. No record. At the level of fucking CERN! But we're within 48 hours of CERN acknowledging Latvia. The problem is it didn't start in Latvia, right? And just around the time that Latvia's being welcomed into CERN, Riga's finally getting his deal, included through Congress. Literally, Congress. See, I don't think they'd let me on site. I think if I tried to enter the Capitol, do you think they'd call me a white supremacist? Do you think they'd say that they didn't feel safe with me on site? Do you think they would say maybe the way I'm dressed might be a bit suspicious to them? Do you have any idea what I'm invoking here? Yes, you do, because I went to you in person, on site, on the right day. I had already signed up in advance. You intentionally gave me the wrong address so that I could be there at the headquarters. Completely deceptive. Nonetheless, I said to myself, well, if I'm here, I might as well engage in good faith. What did you do? That was my social security number you were working. You had no right to access that. That is a federal offense. I found what you were trying to pin on me. Did you really want to send that to your women and children? Because I never would have done that. You stole my silver. You stole my silver, and then you tried to frame me for stealing your gold, and I would never have done that. I want it back. I want it back. And I want there to be an acknowledgement of what it means that somebody thought it was okay to take the last couple of years of my life and swap out somebody else's identity connected to members of their family to work accounts that were supposed to be for the good of the people, not for their own personal, private largesse. And if you have to have CERN make an official acknowledgement about what it's actually doing with proton mail, then that's apparently what you're going to have to do.